No, it was all. That's it. You lost. Okay. Great. Fantastic. You are trying to find the false one. Sometimes it's obvious because sometimes you are not very good for lying. Because when you are lying, you start smiling. Yes. You say, I go to church. I like to go to church every Sunday. Obviously, that's going to be the false one. So you need to know how to lie. You need to pretend that you are happy in the three of them or sad, but anyhow. Okay, I need a volunteer. There is always a Juliana in each classroom. Is there a Juliana in this classroom? Yes. You see, always there is a Juliana in one classroom. Juliana, I don't know your name. Sorry, you were talking to, what are their names?
Daniel.
And? Daniel and Karen. Okay. What can you remember about Karen?
She likes play violin.
Okay.
She likes eat ice cream.
She likes to eat ice cream.
And she don't like.
She doesn't like.
She doesn't like to nurse the exercise.
She doesn't like do exercise. Which one do you think is the false one?
3.
The number 3? Yeah, Karen. So you like to do exercise?
No.
When you use a negative, you always get confused.
Yes.
No problem, it's okay. It's just that you need to think that when I say shh, think about 3 sentences, for some reason the 3 of them is I and the 3 of them are affirmative. Because I have problems for the negative. Because I confuse sometimes things. So of course, it's not that all the time, 100%. But in a very high percentage of time, you think about affirmative sentences because they are easy. And you say, I like to, blah, blah, blah. I like to, blah, blah, blah. I like to, blah, blah, blah. That's it. I don't think about negative sentences because I have problems with the negative here. Especially when I speak. You say, I doesn't, it's incorrect. I am not, no, it's incorrect. I won't, I wouldn't, I shouldn't, I am not, I don't. Very good. Ah, you see, I know, teacher, I know. It's because you, all the options, because I don't have them here very clear. So, good. Juliana, tell me another name. Other person's name.
Camilo.
There is always a Camilo. Who is Camilo? Camilo, how are you? I yourself. Ah, no, fine. How are you? You're okay, good. That's very serious. Camilo, you were talking to these 2 guys. What are their names?
Felipe and Natalia.
What can you remember about Felipe?
Felipe likes playing soccer.
Likes to play soccer.
Play basketball.
He likes to play basketball. Very sportive.
And the last one is biology. Play the violin.
No, the biology science.
So you like biology? Okay. Class, which one do you think is the false one about Felipe? The third one, yeah?
Yeah.
False. Very good. Other thing, most of the time you put the false in number 3. Most of the time. Why? I say 2 true, 1 false, and you say, ah yes, number 1 is true, number 2 is true, and number 3 is false. Things that happen in your head, things that happen here, because we need to follow instructions one by one in English. This is just a very short exercise of what can happen to you when you speak English, because we are predictable, because we don't used to speak English very fluent or in a normal way. So every time that I say 2 true, 1 false, most of the time the false one is the number 3. Because I don't think that I can change, I don't think that I can use negative, I don't think that I can use past or present. It's just I like. I just take the English that I know and I just limit. And because I limit the English that I know, is that I don't know how to use this passive voice. And you always think about, nah, that is like in Spanish, because I always think English is equal to Spanish. No, it's different. The problem about passive voice is that people say that you don't use it. When I say passive voice, what do you think? What is the first word that you imagine? In English or in Spanish, no problem. I say passive voice.
Estaba.
Tell me?
Estaba.
Okay, good. Other. Doesn't matter if it's Spanish, no problem. Passive voice, and you say, esto es como... What is passive voice? What comes to your head? Nothing? Give me an example of passive voice in Spanish.
El perro es feo.
Tell me?
El perro es feo.
El perro es feo. Is that passive voice? No, it's one idea. Maybe it's correct, maybe it's incorrect. No problem. Sorry, tell me?
El ex Juan, quien fue visto comiendo un helado en la heladería.
That's a different example. Do you think that that's passive voice? That's an example of passive voice?
Yes.
Okay. The problem here is that we think in Spanish. Yo soy feliz, I am happy. Passive voice. So I start to thinking in Spanish and I say, wait, I don't know what is passive voice in Spanish. That's the first problem. I don't understand it in Spanish. I want to understand it in English and I have now two problems. I don't know in Spanish, I don't know in English. And I have three problems. It's always in the quiz. So you're going to have three problems. So that's why maybe you can understand that in English, even if you don't understand it in Spanish. No problem. You don't need to think about grammar. You need to think about the function. Think about the function. Forget about passive voice. What can you do with the verb to be? The famous verb to be. What can you do with the verb to be? What is the function of the verb to be? Don't think about se no está. What is the function? What can you do with the verb to be? Very good. Nothing. The verb to be is not important. When I think about this, no problem. It's okay. I am used to this. The problem is that when I was learning English, I was thinking in Spanish and very structured. The verb to be is se o está. Is I am, he, she, is, you, they, are, we are. That's the verb to be. But what is the function? What can you do with that? I don't know. How did you learn the alphabet in English? Singing, yes or no?
Yes.
All of us, including we sing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's the alphabet. Yes? Tell me the alphabet, but backwards. See it. Y. W or X? X. W. M. When I say M and I do this, the first thing, N. No. Backwards. And you say, well, A, B, C, D, E. So, the problem is that I understand things in English only in one way. This way. The verb to be. This way. I say, hello, I am Juan Carlos. I am a teacher. I am 31 years old. I am tall, short, happy. So you say, the verb to be is for describing people. Ah, yes, very good. That is one function. So you need to see the functions, but not the grammar. Grammar is not everything. At this moment, I am going to tell you what is the function of the passive voice. More than the grammar. The grammar after, don't worry. To emphasize the object or party receiving the action. Think about a victim. The car crashed the dog. Who is the victim? Dog. Good. I am using tragic examples. But think about the